Welcome to the Trinity Techcast. This is episode number. Hold on. I'm positive I planned this in advance. 56, right?
No. Really 60.
65. It's 65.
66.
66?
Yeah.
I totally knew that. Way. Oh yeah. Okay. No, yeah. I correct. You know what I do?
Yeah.
I name it wrong on the backstage part. Yeah.
Maybe you had a long day and you now finish like a live for students and you probably cook on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh gosh, boy. Like
that's probably it.
Yeah, you really does make my live song like a little difficult, boy. Okay, yes. I cook. I just finished a live with the E66 students who have exams that'll be coming up on Friday. Today is the 19th of May, right? Yeah, May. Fifth month is May. Yeah, 19th of May, 2024. I'm second guessing everything I say right now. I like, what? So I'll make sure I say the right thing. My name is Andre Charles. Yes, Mr. Charles from makeITsimpleTT. And this is Akeem. He's from
Redbit
underscore tech. Yes, I am totally sure what I'm saying. Totally sure. My mind fried. You know what I was supposed to do? I was supposed to put on the subtitles. I'm trying to record the subtitles so it's easier. You know how when you do a video you should do the subtitles?
Yeah.
Right. It's real hard to do the subtitles when you're doing a podcast clip, because you have to listen to the whole clip and then type over the subtitles. You have any, and all the apps have like a freemium model or something, so where you could upload the video and it will do the conversion for you. But our Trini accent still struggling with subtitles, boy. Yeah. So you literally have to do the subtitles manually. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use Google Recorder. It does a pretty good job at picking up our accent. So I just turn on my phone and I put on the Google Recorder, so it'll just record me while I talking. And if that works, then
you'll tell me to do it too.
I might ask you to do that too. Yeah. Because it's a known fact that videos with subtitles, they cater to a demographic of people like me who's watch things on mute 99% of the time. That? I just realized it this week, maybe, when I was watching a video and I was like, what, this video kind of lame, but I realized it didn't have any subtitles. So I was watching the video trying to infer what was taking place, and then only after I turned on the volume I realized somebody was narrating the video in the background. But I didn't know. But
so you probably, that was on Instagram.
That was on Instagram, yeah.
Right, yeah. I mean, I could see why, because Instagram kind of like that. The audio is off by default. But like me, I got 11 last I opened Instagram.
I think I'm starting to enjoy Instagram a little more than TikTok, because I think I'm a little bit old school when it comes to posts and text. So like when somebody put up a post, like an infographic, for me to swipe left. Sometimes I feel joy swiping left now and be like, swipe left and I'm reading more and I kind of reading through what they say. I like, hey, look at me enjoying social media again. And then when a reel comes up, more than likely I would be on mute, so I'm not going to listen to the reel. I actually go and read the subtitles of the reel. More than listen to the audio. And most of the times it's things teaching you stuff. So I don't really need to hear the background music for you to teach me something. I'm basically reading and then following what's happening on the screen. And I am part of that demographic that requires subtitles on the middle of the screen to live. Like, you need that to follow a video, or you use how the headphones really
on? Well, you see with me now, I don't really, like, when I'm watching videos or whatever, it's mostly be in the night. I don't really watch during the day and stuff. So like in the night or in the evening, you know, you can have the volume up. Like during the day, I might more be on like Twitter.
All right,
like,
okay.
Like the app with the most usage, the social media app with the most usage for me. The most screen time is Twitter for me.
Oh, for real? Well, it's not Twitter anymore because they officially get the domain
X,
for x.com. It's x.com now. Like they officially get. Yeah. So wow, I ain't look at Twitter. The only time I look at Twitter is when it have a clip for the podcast. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite interesting. I want to know, if anybody out there send us a message, let us know if you watch videos on mute too, or if you have to watch it with the audio up, because there's one part that I forgot to tell you. Because I'm a teacher, if I sneak in a little watch of a video in class, I can't have my volume up now. Because that's literally going to be a bad look for a teacher. So sometimes but you're selling yourself out. Now the students know that. The students know that. They'll be like, sir, I see you I was watching. I say, yeah, but you were supposed to be doing your work. You do your work. I'm doing research. Yeah, because most of them know I'll tell them a twin brother on social media now. They'll be like, yeah, checking out my twin brother, making sure he doing what he's supposed to do, and they'll be laughing. But yeah, watching it on mute, that's a thing, and I think that's important. So anybody that does do that, you can message us and let us know, because that'll be quite interesting to know that there are others out there.
Yeah.
What are we talking about tonight? We are talking about two things: local, one international. Whose fault is it when we fall to credit card fraud? Because it seems like it's on the rise according to an article. The article wasn't that bad, but we'll talk about it when we go into it and the responses that people had. And next one is, did you fall for a TT Post scam? There was a TT Post scam, and it could be a follow through on the starting article, which is to let you know that we kind of not too smart when it comes to scams. Yeah, sometimes. And the last part is Google and OpenAI. They're redefining the future, because Google did a lot with Google I/O this week for their AI showings, and OpenAI just a few days before debuted a voice version to ChatGPT, and they debuted ChatGPT 4.0, which I ain't gonna lie, they're moving kind of fast. Yeah. So we gotta ask some hard questions about that. So let's go into the first topic or first thing, which is, who is at fault for credit card fraud? That is the question. So here is the article. The article basically saying that credit card fraud.
It asking the question, are your finances safe?
The question that they're asking, like, who is the person that is wrong when you go to the bank and you are a victim of credit card fraud? Who is actually the wrong person? Is it you, or is it the bank? That is what it kind of comes down to.
The kind of victim blaming there, though.
I want to know. I want to know, because here's what these people said. They said that credit card fraud is on the up in Trinidad and Tobago, and the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago has explained this is mainly due to a surge in online shopping post-COVID. So the problem is people shopping online, therefore credit card fraud has gone up. That there are all kind of issues with it, because COVID was like, okay, the surge in online shopping.
Yeah, well, the issues not people shopping online. The issues people shopping online without proper, online, best practices. The shopping online, you kind of let the sheep out to the world without,
I like what you say about best practices. So our nice friend in the Guardian, well, he's not our friend, but Peter Christopher, he's just the one that does the tech stuff. Peter, one day you'll find out that we talk about you plenty, and somebody will tell you that you should come on the podcast one day, right? Here is the statement that was made by I can't remember who's the name, be the BAT president, Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Gail Pazos. Yeah, we came through the COVID-19 period that would have been down because people could not accept their goods. There were no shipments of anything, and then as things opened back up, a significant increase in online purchasing, said Pazos, who also added that the statistics showed that the instances of fraud compared to the overall number of purchases was relatively low. There is also a much larger increase in online purchases, so the number of purchases has increased substantially over the same time frame. And what you're looking at are mere basis points if you look at the ratio of fraudulent transactions to overall transactions. So, essentially, if more people shopping online, you will have more credit card fraud.
Yeah, the chances will be higher.
The chances just generally high. If it's a 5% chance and 100 people shopping online, it'll be 5 people. But if it's 1,000 people, it will be 50, which is essentially maths. The article was credit card fraud up, but bankers not worried. So let me tell you what I did, right? I went to the actual post on Instagram, because Instagram is my social media place right now since I stopped using Facebook, right? Well, long story short, right?
Yeah, I mean, Facebook is getting more raw emotions.
Yeah, and it wasn't really helping my situation. It wasn't really. My Instagram is way more controlled, and I do have, because my Facebook used to be my personal account. And it just had weird people, real weird people all over.
So you have weird friends on Facebook then?
Yeah, boy, because... Anyhow, yeah. So, they said cybersecurity and phishing and social engineering are big issues. All member banks do, within their own levels, as well as within the Bankers Association, promote many aspects of building awareness and education around how these schemes work. So we will be publishing either through our various LinkedIn and social media sites, Instagram and Facebook, things that promote and highlight the practice of what people are doing. So education is key. Full stop, right? That other stuff that he said. But the education is key. And I think that the comments that the people had about this were like, of course they're not worried because they're making all the money. Of course they're not worried because they just want poor people to suffer. Of course they're not worried because they just want to see you in pain. I kind of beg to differ. I find the banks does work real hard, like to tell you when, hey, we see a transaction. I get a call from the bank the other day. We saw some transactions happen across in XYZ place. Was this you? And I was like, yes, that's me. Thank you very much for calling. And they were like, oh yeah, we saw that your update my information online, like my address or whatever it is. I think I changed my phone number because they had my work number or some kind of thing like that. Changed my number. They called me to confirm. Did you change your information? Please confirm your birth paper or your ID number, whatever the case is. In honesty, when it comes to credit card transactions and getting blacklisted, they're blocking your card in almost automatically sometimes. Yeah. And I think the banks really try hard to protect your credit card information. You think so too, or you think that?
So yeah, I agree with that, but like if you're looking at the perspective of where those comments coming from, you know, a lot of people in Trinidad probably don't have credit cards, you know, so they haven't experienced that, and what they you know more or less communicating is their perspective and their dealings with the bank, which is generally like day-to-day banking. You know, they probably express other frustrations like waiting long in the line, having to pay banking fees, all the stress with opening a bank account. You know, but if you look at it just from that perspective in terms of the whole credit card management and whatever processes or procedures they have in place to block certain stuff, then yeah, for some banks, you know, they're pretty much on top of it, you know. But again, when you put an article outliners that, you know, fraud on the rise and whatever, and then you link it to the banks, people not gonna have sympathy for the banks, because it's always gonna be the banks look, a bank recorded how much the most amount of
profit and thing.
When people see that, they ain't gonna have no sympathy for the banks, you know, even though in reality, yeah, just do some stuff, some good stuff in terms of cybersecurity and whatever, but people not gonna have sympathy for the banks.
I went to, we had to talk about the gas station. I went to another gas station other than a normal gas station the other day because I was off route and I needed to get the gas and the diesel, right? And when I pull up to the pump, the screen to pay at the pump, it blank. And they have a piece of tape over the little card thing. I was like, what? I have to go and stand up in the line?
Yeah.
And I went and stand up in the line. I used my credit card, I tap and everything, and I full that. And I was like, me ain't coming back here again. Because it took me 3 minutes to get full up, where usually it takes me like a minute and a half.
You say that I had a similar experience, but worse. I went, same thing, the pump not working, so I went.
Don't tell me you went and the card machine wasn't working either.
Yeah, the card machine not working. And she said, yeah, I'll go in the ATM inside.
Wait.
So I had to go withdraw cash, come back out and pay, and then fill up.
Nah. I was driving off. Like,
but engine, fuel light.
The light was on.
Yeah.
No, there was a time where I went and my light wasn't on and the pump wasn't working, and I drive off. I say I'll come back tomorrow. Like, no. I make a lap. And I went back to another pump, which one the one was working. And and I get back there, get to it.
When I was do that, I see when I go to a gas station and a change in shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was leave. Even if my light on, I'll leave it. Yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah. So the credit card
I used to work in a gas station.
Yeah, you tell me. Yeah.
Okay.
And you used to make cement too.
I used to work in a factory too, compressing paper.
And I didn't know that one. Hey, we all had to start somewhere. You had to get our paper. So the problem is many trainees would have started to get accustomed to online shopping because of post-COVID, right? Well, coming out of COVID, you had no choice but to learn how to do it. And when you learned how to do it, you say to yourself, okay, I'm a pro at this. And then you start to go to other sites. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, the first time I heard about Shein, I was like, what kind of scam site you sending me to? Somebody wanted to order something from Shein and they sent me the link and I was like, what is Shine?
It's not Shein.
Yeah, Shein. Shein. Right? Yeah. I was Shine. I was like, I thought it was Shine. And I thought it was one of them Japanese stores them Japanese websites that have a sweatshop. And so, well, basically, that's what they have. But I mean, they have a sweatshop and they're trying to sell your stuff. And when they sell it to you, either one or two things will happen. You'll get the wrong item, or you'll get something that's totally different from the item that you're supposed to get. Or they'll take your money and you'll never get the shipment, and they'll totally, they'll act like you don't exist. And I was concerned. No, that is a normal thing now because we have our ordering platform where we order stuff for people who don't have credit cards or people who are afraid to order online, right? So at a time, somebody sent us a site and say, hi, I'd like to order this item from such and such site. When I go on the site have typos. They don't have a clickable privacy policy. You click on the returns thing, it's some kind of sketchy page. They don't have any PayPal. They're not accepting any PayPal. Everything had to be a direct credit card and all that. And I was like, yeah, tell that person. I tell the admin, I was like, tell that person we can't order from that site. But they were adamant that they needed to get this particular item from that site. Yeah. So we told them, listen, we're going to try to place the order. However, if it doesn't work, we are not liable. If you lost your money, we'll do everything in our power to make sure we order it properly and everything, but we're not liable. And yeah, basically that website never delivered the item. And you send support email and all kind of thing. You send chat, whatever you could do, no response. And the only reason we chose to do it is because we figured out a way. I think the other part where they could have used PayPal, because I wasn't putting credit card information inside, just so I'm positive if we put the credit card information there, that would have get scammed immediately.
Yeah.
So the due diligence for certain sites, real people ain't going through that due diligence. And a lot of people don't know the due diligence I have to go through. Maybe you might want to do a TikTok video to let people know what a scam website looks like. And no, because you have to do a TikTok video this week, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? You know what else too, you know? And I don't think these types of services are available to us. You know, you could create like a virtual credit card and like limit it to
like
like
a burner.
$5,
Yeah,
$10, that type of thing. You know?
I try.
So,
yeah,
not available to us. I have a US credit card, and I could do it with that credit card. But that would go a long way. You know, if somebody could, I'm not sure. Well, I mean, it would have to be the banks. You know.
And why does do it?
I'm not sure. But yeah, but I mean, a lot of people don't have Wise. You know, if the banks could start doing something like that, I'm sure they would charge a small fee or something to do it. Mm-hmm. You know, even for like subscriptions or whatever, you know, sometimes some of them just make it real hard to end your subscription or whatever. Just make sure, you know, say, all right, I only want this card to be charged $5, create a virtual card, like a burner card,
Yeah,
so
there's
that itself would go a long way.
Privacy.com is the major one. Privacy.com, and you can create
with our cards,
it doesn't work with ours, of course, because they can't trust anything from here.
Look into that. See, go to
that. You see, financial, like that fintech kind of life that requires the government to be on board. I mean, I think, in all honesty, the central bank is, based on what I'm hearing about the central bank over the past few months and weeks when we're talking about it and I'm talking to other people and whatnot, the central bank have people who good at this thing now, and they know what they're talking about and they know what they're doing. I think it's just a policy issue with respect to passing laws in Trinidad that will get us to be in a place where we are financially viable to the rest of the world now. Because basically, what they are afraid of is that, when you send your money down there, it will go into drugs really fast. And if they call any money laundering case, we cannot be associated with that. And that's why PayPal are afraid. Everybody will just be like, yo, we can't play with all you down there. And it will be policy things or societal change. I don't know, something along those lines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just that in itself, the whole virtual credit cards thing, that will go along. Or even say this type of scam, you know, once people are educated enough and if it has, and they know if it has something shady, just go and generate a virtual card. How much they say, you pay $5, $10, $50, set it to that, put your card. And, you know, that way, your actual
if the number get compromised.
I mean, it's similar to PayPal, but not everywhere accept PayPal, you know, that way the card will be accepted. And some banks to extent do some things like that, because a couple months ago, some competition or something Scotiabank had, and the price was $100 MasterCard or whatever.
Oh, for real?
Visa, Master debit card or something, $100 US debit card. Yeah, and it was a virtual card. You enter whatever credentials and you get the number and the expiry date and whatever and use it. You know, so it's possible, I think, but
I guess it will be up to our bank to offer it. No. Yeah. Well, then how privacy.com doing it? They taking your card, holding it in like a holding bay, and they charging your card. Yeah, they generate these numbers.
Yeah.
And they would be like a fake payment processor that will charge your card. Yeah, okay, I understand what's happening, So privacy.com, they will take your card and then they will put it in their system. So they hold your card and whatever money it have on it, they will be able to access it at any point in time. And then they give you a virtual card number. That virtual card number is going to now be put into your shady website. The shady website will charge that number, and then their internal system will just kind of link it back to your card and charge your card. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have the right to use your credit card, basically. That's where you're giving them.
But with that limit on it.
Yeah. Who gonna do that? Who gonna do that here? That's a big risk. Because first of all, I giving you my credit card and saying, yeah, you have the right to charge my card.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it on my US credit card. I'm not going to share it. But, right. So you log into the account. I'll describe it. You log into the account. You have your credit card here.
Yeah.
Your account, and then it has a button, an option that says get your virtual credit card. And you click on it. Say view your virtual card, and it generates like a different credit
card number and an expiry date.
Yeah.
But then again, I think the FCB had something like it, First Citizens had an app that was trying to do that and give you points or something like that. I don't think it worked out. I'm really not too sure how it worked out. But I actually tried it, and I was able to create a virtual card. But when I tried to use it, I don't know, FCB, plus the app user interface was horrible. So I couldn't figure out what was taking place, but FCB had something like it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's at all impossible. The banks just have to do, because if the bank have a credit card already, so if a bank could just say, all right, we're going to create a system that allows you to have virtual cards so that you won't be able to get scammed online. That'll be a killer feature. Well, for the people that could actually get a credit card, because I don't know what's the requirements for a credit card again.
They check your debt to credit ratio. You need to have a certain amount of money coming in each month, and that together with your debt to credit ratio. Well, the job letter, address, light bill, certificate, your certificate and all of that too.
Your big toe, yeah.
Right, certificate, all of that, your deed and thing. Right, and then after they would determine your limit and, what type of card you could get. And was some people, like my very first credit card when I was like 20 or 22 or something, 21 there. I didn't have like a permanent contract. I was on like contract, like 2-year contract, whatever. I had to do a secured credit card. More or less, you deposit 5,000, they go and hold our money in the account, and that's going to be a limit. More or less, they don't trust you in terms of your credit credit history.
I understand.
After a while, they'll give you back the money, and they'll give you we call it an unsecured credit card.
Oh, I never knew that they did secured credit cards in Trinidad. Oh, wow, that's good to know. I thought they just used to tell you no.
Yeah, now though didn't want to say no because they wanted the money, they wanted the business. And I was young, I had no credit history. I literally never take a loan or ever. No graduate degree. And they say do a secured card after a couple of months or a year or something. They release it to be unsecured.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So the person that's at fault for credit card fraud, if we were to answer the question, is the person who shopping online. What? Yeah. Are wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Yes, people shopping online that, and who get fished, who fall victim to phishing emails.
Speaking about phishing, yes, your segue skills on point there. We're coming back after this. We're going to talk about phishing because this kind of spins off on your credit card conversation. So let me go into that next story about TT Post and phishing. Have you ever tried to order something online using a Visa debit card, but you can't? Is shopping online something you always do already using a Skybox, but sometimes you need advice on knowing what to buy or what will work? I'm Mr. Charles from makeITsimpleTT, and we aim to make technologies that solve problems in a Caribbean context. So we created Order It. What is it, you ask? What is Order It? It's an app and a website that helps you order it in two ways. The first way is if you already order things online. You're familiar with using a Skybox, you're familiar with using a credit card, but sometimes you don't always have answers to certain questions, like which laptops will get a warranty in Trinidad, which phones will work on the Digicel network or the mobile network. So our app helps you order it. Every product that we list in the app, we will let you know the truth based on the experience of 20 years of ordering things online and using various Skyboxes in Trinidad and Tobago. So here are some of the questions that the app answers for you based on the products that we list. What are the taxes? Why does it cost so much when I actually get it? What is dimensional weight? All these questions and more, we answer in the app because we want to help you order it. All you have to do is simply pick from our list of recommended items that we know and trust because we've ordered it already. Follow through the payment process, we'll order it, and we can even have it delivered to you. So why don't you give it a try? Search for Order It by makeITsimpleTT in the App Store or the Google Play Store, or you can even go online to orderit.makeITsimpleTT.com and check and see if we could answer some of your questions and help you in the process of ordering it. So did you fall for a TT Post scam? The question is, you get a text message telling you how to pay money to
I
TT
get
Post?
like 5 messages.
5?
Yeah, every time I delete and block one, they send an next
How
one
come
from our
I
next
get
email.
How come I get what? Is emails or text messages again?
So it looked like the person using iMessage, because looking at the sender was our email address.
So only people with iPhones get targeted?
No, like the multiple ones. So I'm not sure, but it looked like there was using emails. I didn't save any of them. I deleted all the message, but the from message was our email address. It wasn't like a phone number. You still have them?
No, I didn't get any TT Post message.
You didn't get any?
None, boy.
Okay. Yeah,
I
got
was
like 5.
I was very concerned that I wasn't worthy enough. Now I check my text messages now, not one, not no email, nothing like that. Only a bunch of
it came to
OTP.
your message app, but the from was our email address.
Our email address.
Yeah.
Okay. So the TT Post scam was sent out earlier this week on Inside in May, somewhere around there. And the thing that was weird about it is it was a text message, right? And the text message, it asking you to put in your credit card information to finish receive our package.
Yeah.
What? Like, here, watch the article. Approximately 50 customers, article titled TT Post Fighting Scammers. Senior reporter Andrea Perez Sobers, right? Approximately 50 customers fell prey to text messages with false information claiming to have been sent by the TT Post, demanding that the recipients pay a sum of money to collect their mail. The customers provided details of their addresses and credit cards after accessing the link and paid the sums requested for their packages. As a result, they lost varying sums from their credit card. This is the second time for the year the corporation has fallen victim to the SMS scam, as it has happened in February when it had to send out an advisory to its customers warning them to be on the alert for false information being circulated. No one has been held for the scam, of course. So here's what it said. The corporation also provided they didn't say what the message had in it. Our security team continues to monitor it, blah, blah, blah. They have stuff for the email address for customer service. Further, our IT department proactively educates staff in a partnership. Yeah, okay. The rest of the article is talking about what they do and they continue to grow and they try to help things. And they have a partnership with DHL. Did not know that. Okay. All right. So, is it possible that these people who got caught are accustomed to having to pay for packages when they come in? So therefore, they were just like, oh, look, we have to pay for another package to come in.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking, like, the people whoever behind it, you know, they was thinking, you know, like we send this to everybody and it must have somebody, it must have a few people that genuinely have packages that they need to clear, you know, and you would. And out of that number, a subset of that might be colorful. I wouldn't say colorful, but
well, I mean, fishing is a numbers game. We know that. Yeah. So, you must catch. If you catch 5% of 10,000 people, you're making money. So you send it out to 10,000 people. Now, these 50 people, let me say, are trying to argue for them, right? Because we don't want to say you were dumb and you got caught in a phishing email. Sometimes I order things with DHL.
Yeah.
And when you order things with DHL, they send you a text message letting you know that your package is at customs. Please go to the site to pay.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So when you click on it, you go to the site and you get to the official DHL site and you see the information, blah, blah, blah. You put in your credit card information and you pay. I think if I had gotten a message from DHL, the thing is, I get an email and a text message from DHL.
Yeah.
So when I get the text message, the email will fire off one time, and I know, well, of course, it's DHL, so I custom. So you had to work real hard to catch me with DHL. If you put the text message and the email, you had to work real hard to craft it. These people may or may not have done that in the past before, where they get an email, a message from, like we say, they order from DHL. They get a text message from DHL, they click the link, it goes straight to the website, they put in your credit card information, they pay for it, and then DHL deliver their package the next day. It stands to believe that this could happen. I want to know what's the wording of the text message. You could find the wording for me?
No, I delete.
You delete it? You delete all of them? Wait, I man, just throw away the
evidence.
The evidence, boy.
I don't think I keep any.
Wow. Okay. Well, if the wording was in such a way that, according to the article, it says demanded that recipients pay a sum of money to collect their mail.
I have one.
All right. Let me hear.
But this was from December, though.
Oh, okay. It probably is not the same thing. I mean, it happened in February, so you could have been in
UPS. This was UPS, not TT Post.
Oh, okay. Now then, it would not be the same thing. Because I want to know what the actual words were that we could look at red flags now. Because it's real hard to pick out red flags these days, especially when you're in a haste to do something. When you're in a haste to get some information or get something done, you tend to be a little wild with the clicking. You tend to be a little lax with the security of things. And, well, you see that with children all the time. Yeah. They want to get this particular game, and whatever it takes to get that game, they will click, sign in, sign up, this, yes, I am not a robot, click on next link, and it send you to a forwarder link, and send you to another forwarder link, you had to wait 10 seconds, and then the X is in the wrong place, all kind of thing. And I probably would, I got halfway there at time, in a haste to do something.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was in a haste to get done. But it was something, with shipping something, and UPS said that they couldn't deliver the package and they couldn't get through. So I actually had to call the UPS people away, talk to them, pay whatever, collect whatever the fee was for it. And then they said, okay, cool, we'll send you a link. And I get a real sketchy link from UPS. I was like, this is not even looking like the email is just plain text. It's not even formatted with a header or anything like that. And I was like, okay, is this really the person from UPS who's sending me this way? Anyhow, let me click on it. When I click on it, it sent me to like a back-end UPS website. ups.something.something.something.com. I was like, I am not sure, but I really need them to clear this package. Yeah. Badly, because I need to get it. And in the end, I don't think I'll click on it. I went to the UPS website and started a chat. I chat with somebody, some customer service rep there. Yeah. And then they sorted it out without me having to click the link now. But I want to believe that I call the UPS number and I talk to a scammer. I just feeling like I talked to a scammer and the scammer sent me the link and I click on it and I was ready to go through it. But I'm not too sure. But for most people, I don't think we at a position where our antennas are high enough to understand that. And here's my analogy. When it comes to selling a vehicle, I know how to do it now. When it comes to selling a vehicle and doing certified copy and thing and doing the transfer and all of that drama, I was very, very susceptible to the rigors of the corrupt licensing office. You're laughing, boy. I didn't know what I was doing. Now man just tell me, bring $1,500 and all these things. And I was like, $1,500 to transfer a vehicle? Them real wicked out here, boy. This time I didn't know I was giving the underground people the money for them to go and do the thing and then just give me the certified copy after. I didn't know because the process to actually do it wasn't clear. So I could understand the ignorance when it comes to technology because some people just think, okay, this is how the system works. You get a text message, you pay for the thing and then you go. So were they wrong? Or were they like susceptible to it, or did they make a mistake? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, cause at least the ones that I got, the link in the message wasn't clickable. So you actually, you had to actually go and copy the message and then paste it out and then highlight the link and then enter it into your browser.
No, but that's dynamite red flag. That's equating. Oh gosh.
Yeah, so I don't know if other people get different types of messages. So if that's how it show up on my phone, like on the iPhone, you can actually click the link. The link was just there in plain text, and you had to work to go and get scammed.
You had to decide that you want to do it.
You had to want to get scammed. All easy messages that I get.
You had to see the bar and say, the fella that have the gun is inside that bar. And then you walk inside there and order a drink. That is what you had to do. So the people that fell for it, cool. I hope that you get some sort of recourse.
Yeah, but, I mean, as we were talking about before, for the most part, the banks, let's be very vigilant in terms of things like this, and they give you some type of action they could take in the sense that they generally flag the transactions and they will generally refund it or not honor it. So for the most part, if you make that payment and then you call the bank and say, hey, this was a scam or a phishing thing, they will pull the transaction, and most times you wouldn't really feel it unless you use a debit card.
Because that's gone, Yeah,
don't use a debit card online.
So the online transactions, I think we're not in a bad place. It's just that the stigma around it maybe a little unwarranted. Unwarranted is the word. Yeah,
a lot of people, I mean, this past month, I see it for myself, a lot of people still believe in cashier. They believe in, I'm going to feel the money, I'm going to pay the money. And I kind of understand to an extent, because this month here, for whatever reason, I use cash. I use cash this month versus credit card and debit card or whatever. So I counting the money and you just feel a little more real, and you could gauge the amount and get the change and whatever. So I get it. For some people it's feel more real, and you just swipe the card. You ain't really think about it. You can't really gauge when you spend $1,000. You spend 200, 300, so for some people psychologically they like that type of thing.
I went to I went to one of the groceries that have self-checkout Massey stores. I was like, yes, I finally get to use self-checkout, because of course I don't shop at Massey for anything, but I had to get something that they had or something. Went to the self-checkout. They said, this is closed right now. I was like, way more one chance to go and do the self-checkout and get like a feel of it. It closed. Like the monitor actually said it was closed. I was like, damn you, Amazon, for lying to us. Now everybody gonna turn away their self-checkout. But I still yet to use that. I still want to use it really badly.
I think you use WebSource. I know WebSource have the self you check the you pay the self-paying system.
Yeah, I hear about it, but I everything I order get delivered, but I don't ever go to the I don't ever go to the location to get stuff.
Yeah, when I see it reach, I'm gonna pick it up on that. Like I just get excited for the message. Yeah, I just see it sometimes it reach any night, any morning. I just go and pick it up.
But the driver gonna bring it for you the same day, the next day?
Nah, I just go for it on time.
You excited? It's Christmas?
Yeah. I forgot what to say, bro.
Yeah. You forget what I was going to say? He was like, I've been waiting for this keyboard for a week and a half. I have to get it now because a week and 5 days will just be too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
Nah. What will cause me to have to go and pick up a package is not a thing. If that driver do deliver it and he say, yeah, but I can't make it today, I say, yeah, deliver it tomorrow. It's cool.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think I saw like KFC or some of those fast food places have the self checkout screen where you place your order and you just pick it up. You place your order, you pay, and you just pick it up. Or I'm mistaken.
That's when you was traveling. That's when, yeah.
I know I did it when I was traveling. So
I do it when I was traveling too. Yeah, I do it in McDonald's. We just put the order in, choose what table you want to sit down by, get the and you take the little table number and go and sit down by the table, and then the person just come with your order. You didn't have to talk to a person, anybody. Yeah, they just drop it for you.
Yeah. Well, yes, no. I could have swear we had somewhere in Trinidad that had that, you know.
I would love that.
Yeah,
I would love that. You know, let's stand up in the line.
People will lose their jobs though.
Yes, that is true. Because all you need is people in the back end, nobody to do the cash.
You need a cashier. Well, again, some people will come with cash. So you would need a cashier.
True. The person that comes with cash will be frowned upon. You will be frowned upon.
Yeah, you will still need a cashier. So I guess that's probably why. Well, I mean, in all the places that had those stuff, they still had a physical cashier, right?
Yeah, they had one physical cashier that nobody was by.
Yeah. The next place like that, you know what? The next place like that I went was the Shake Shack. I think Shake Shack is
that is a place,
Yeah. You went to order, you place, you're not dealing with a human, eh? You place your order, you pay, and they had the audacity to ask you for a tip.
That is wild. They ask you for a tip.
Yeah, for a 10%, 5, 10 or 15% tip, and it's like dealing with a robot. So I need a tip.
You tip in the developer.
Yeah, and it don't have no option for no tip. You have to tip.
And the lowest denomination of the tip is 5%?
Yeah, 5%.
Capitalism, boy. Capitalism. So, talk about taking jobs. These AI people, they're doing the most to try to take people's jobs now, boy. So, we're going to take a look into OpenAI and Google I.O. with their new AI stuff. There are two things I really want to focus on with Google. And the next one is OpenAI. Basically like a gimmicky kind of talking thing, but we'll talk about it a little bit. So we'll come back after that.
In today's digital age, every business needs a strong online presence to reach new customers and stay competitive. But not every business needs a complex website or a full-fledged e-commerce solution. At makeITsimpleTT, we understand that every business has unique needs, and we offer a range of tailored solutions to fit those needs. Over the years, we've helped many businesses. Our services include website design and development. We create a professional and user-friendly website like these that represent your brand and and drives results. Invoicing and payment processing. We can streamline your billing process with a user-friendly invoicing system that integrates seamlessly with most payment gateways, and you can receive online payments easily. We also do automated order forms, which allows you to collect orders online and customer information effortlessly and send back automated emails, notifications, and reminders, and then you just have to make the sale at the end. And in some cases, we offer custom software development, where we can create a specialized software system that meets your business's specific needs. But the key to all this is that we make it simple. If it's not easy for you to use, then we failed. So you can contact us today to learn more about how we can help make your business more successful. You can WhatsApp us at 1-868-308-8799, or you can visit makeITsimpleTT.com/business.
All right, so get ready for the video. You ready for it? Basically what we're saying is AI going too fast? That is my question. How fast do we want it to go? And we had to talk about the ChatGPT people who resign, because the people who are supposed to make sure that the AI doesn't take over the world, the whole team starting to leave. And they're saying that OpenAI only concerned with the bells and whistles and not with the security. But we'll talk about that as we go along. But watch this, right? Watch this. I'm going to get to the blah, blah, blah. Right, so they had this. The first thing that they have with Google is, right, watch this, right? So it'll be able to look through your emails.
Now we can ask Gemini to summarize all recent emails from the school. Maybe you were traveling this week and you couldn't make the PTA meeting. The recording of the meeting is an hour long. If it's from Google Meet, you can ask Gemini to give you the highlights. People love using photos to search across their life. With Gemini, you're making that a whole lot easier. And Ask Photos can also help you search your memories in a deeper way. For example, you might be reminiscing about your daughter Lucia's early milestones. You can ask Photos, show me how Lucia's swimming has progressed. Here, Gemini goes beyond a simple search, recognizing different contexts, and Photos packages it up all together in a summary.
Right, so that's one, right? That's one. I'll show you the next one after, but I want to talk about this one first. Summarizing all the information that you have is cool. I think we spoke about the one that Zoom does, how Zoom used to, when you have a meeting and you miss the meeting or the meeting happen, Zoom will take everybody's text and summarize it into like meeting points, right? Using AI.
Yeah.
So Google now integrating this by default. By default. You ain't had to pay for this. This is just going to be a part of your Google journey now. So emails, photos, because Google Photos already used to do a good job at being able to recognize faces and search for different things. If you search for green wall in Google Photos, you'll find all the green wall videos, right? But now you ask it, show me the progress of Kathy swimming. Kathy is a fake name. I don't know if that's kind of contextually intrusive. Imagine you go as far as to say, delete all the pictures of my ex. And it's just able to go through all the pictures and be like, okay, found that face, yeah, delete that person. And that would be like a real dark way to use it.
Yeah, I mean, not to chant song to tinfoil hat or whatever, but Google know a lot about us, and they knew a lot about us before. They're just taking it to our next level, incorporating AI. And so before I used to need spies and to do
a private investigator.
Private investigator or do stuff like that, and people, you don't really need that anymore. Google literally know they know your stuff. And I mean, I sure they will say, yeah, we're not reading the emails, we not, that just stored.
Well, Gemini reading it.
And it's encrypted or whatever, but yeah, you could see it, and it's not just like a whole big data set that, you're going to need to manually go through. use AI and find exactly what I want.
So like, yeah, so let me say somebody hack my Google account, right? And they do so and they're like, okay, show me all of my bills. Okay, let me see. Show me all the bank account statements that I have. Like you could pull out anything from literally hundreds of thousands of emails and dig up all kind of dirt on somebody real fast. Like before, I guess it will probably help. No, it wouldn't help police. Well, it could help police, yeah, where they get into the email account and they need to find something real quick. Gemini could basically be the assistant to the police that will be able to pull out wherever you need to get. But I mean, if it's such a good tool in one hand, it could be a tool in another person's hand, because all the email passwords and all them things that get compromised, it will take you a few weeks to search through to find out how to hack them now. But you could pull out the information about, I don't know, if they ever send an email about a password, or if they send a password reset, or all kind of different combinations of generative AI finding these things.
I want to jump to something not really related to this, but as I say, hacked. Right? This week I saw that 2 MIT students that hacked the Ethereum blockchain.
Yes, in 15 seconds or something, so 17 seconds or something like that,
And you know, it kind of rocked the whole foundations of the premise of the blockchain, you know, that it couldn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, so, and they kind of get caught because the FBI was able to follow the money, and, you know, the fact that they're in the US and was able to see the whole search history and see everything that they were searching for, and, you know, kind of like a paper trail, everything.
Yeah.
You know, so in a case like that, if you are, you know, a little backdoor in terms of Gemini, and who knows, there was Googling stuff, you know, there was literally Googling stuff.
Probably
so that could be how they get caught.
I don't know. All right, so what's your next part right now? What's your next part?
This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AESCBC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
Give me a band name for this duo.
Golden Stripes.
All right, let's just focus on the last part first.
I would say,
first part. Good.
I would be impressed when I see it in a while, because I've been burned too much in the past with people faking stuff, you know, with the perfect scenario, pre-recorded stuff, and I will see it in a while. I'm not taking your video at face value.
Man is not a believer. He's not a believer. You can't tell me my glasses was next to a red apple. Nope, can't.
Yeah, it's possible, but I want to see it. Like, you remember the story with the Devon AI guys with the AI bot who was the software engineer AI bot was a lie.
Yeah, it was a lie. We found out that this week. Yeah, we featured that on the show a few weeks ago, and we was like, this thing could code, and I was like, nah, that cannot code.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we calling out something that happened in the past. Google lie a lot about the stuff in the past. Right?
Oh yeah.
The AI person on the phone or whatever. Yeah. So I mean,
correct.
Stuff like this is not at the point where we're at in terms of AI is not really something that far-fetched. You know, I could see it being possible. You know, and it's pretty impressive. You know, but I want to see it myself.
So Google Glasses coming back. Because look at the end of this video, she switched from the phone and put on the glasses and just started to ask questions, and the glasses were basically working like AR. That is the part I do believe. Because if you look at the glasses, it looked like regular spectacles with no attachment or anything like that. And for Apple to do this, they have this big spaceman glasses that you had to use. And it had to be connected to a thing. And these spectacles.
But I think Facebook had the Ray-Bans that did something similar. And it pretty
much the Ray-Ban was the Snapchat one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the snapshot one was it was just basically a camera. This here doing AR. And for the AR processing to take place, you need some sort of computing power on the side. So the glasses. Yeah.
This use case that I did here, the get the phone, the AI model to recall where your glasses was at, right? But on your day-to-day life, day-to-day, who gonna be walking around with the phone pointing at everything? And if you need pointing at a certain direction, and not just a 360 thing at the room. So unless the glasses really working, what about people who don't wear glasses?
Not that I worry about. That's privacy too. Once you're using this thing, it's taking note of everything that is around you. Every single thing. Like, it might see $100, it might see a knife, it might see whatever.
Yeah.
When Google have all this data and the police and things subpoena you and things, they will be able to know all kind of things about what's going on with you. And once that data get passed over by Google, they will have a next set of battle about what can we have in court. In court, can we have AI data as part of the evidence gathering or some kind of thing like that? That is weird. However, it started off by looking at a piece of code and then giving you information about what the code was.
It could do that already right now in a sense. If you copy and paste the code into ChatGPT or Gemini, it will do the same thing. So it's just a matter
it's just putting it in an augmented reality position, but
that use case about remind me where my glasses was, that will make no sense. Because who's gonna be walking around with the phone? Okay, let me put my glasses on. Let me make sure let my phone point at it. But because from the time you're doing that, you're gonna remember it. It's when it does just something down your keys or whatever, you never remember. It's like let me record where.
I will lean towards your feeling of I'll wait to see it. Like when I reach on my phone, and because like I have a Pixel, so hopefully they'll bring it to a Pixel soon. I will try it. I definitely want to try it.
I mean, the first part, okay, but right, so let me hear how you're gonna use that other part to remember your stuff. You're gonna walk around your house with your phone pointing at everything.
No way at all. Most I might do is there are some times when I see certain things or like a part or something, I'll take a picture of it and try to do a reverse Google image search to see if I could find it online to buy it, because you can't find the serial number or whatever it is. I've done that before. This might help if I'll be like, can you tell me what part this is? Can you find it on the internet for me or something like that? That's the only thing I could think of there. Sort of, kinda. That I don't know. I don't know if it's moving too fast. I don't really have a problem with it moving too fast. I just have a problem with the lies. All right, so let me show you the ChatGPT demo.
I'm trying to touch right now. Well,
Oh yeah, you have it. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you the translation. No, not the translation one. Was the one where it was singing or interacting and singing? Yeah. Okay. So watch this one.
AI, today you're going to have access to see the world. You can see me. What do you see?
Hello. I see you're wearing a black leather jacket and a light colored shirt underneath.
Great.
You're in a room with some unique lighting.
That is all correct. Now, what I'm going to want you to do is there's going to be another AI who's going to talk to you. This AI is not going to be able to see anything, but can ask you questions, can ask you to move the camera, can ask what you see, and your job should just be helpful. Just be as punchy, direct, describe everything, do whatever that AI asks. How does that sound?
That sounds interesting. I'm ready to help out and describe whatever's needed. Let's do it.
All right, let's get started.
Great. Hello there, new AI friend. I'm O, ready to explore the world through your eyes. What are we looking at today?
Hi, O. We're looking at a person wearing a black leather jacket and a light colored shirt. They're in a room with a modern industrial feel, with exposed concrete or plaster on the ceiling and some interesting lighting. There's also a plant in the background, adding a touch of green to the space. Anything specific you'd like to know or explore?
Hey there. Sounds like quite the stylish scene. I'm already intrigued by the modern industrial vibe. Let's start with the person. Can you tell me more about their style? Are they doing anything interesting, like reading, working, or interacting with the space?
The person has a sleek and stylish look with their black leather jacket and light.
All right, so that's enough there, right? I'm not tinfoil hatting. But it's creepy that the two AIs talk to each other. It's like, hi there, do you want to take over the world? No, I don't think we should. Maybe, what do you think? I don't know. Yeah.
That description of the wall, the modern vibe and the wall and the plants and the exposed concrete, that song real too good to be true, kind of.
It's all contrived.
Yeah.
So you'll believe it when you see it.
Yeah, but I mean, like I looked at this one, looked at the other one with the female AI talking to the guy. I can't remember exactly.
When they were singing and singing, and they had to tell a bedtime story or something, so.
No, not that one, the next one.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
and I thought the one where the guy was with his son and he was asking the AI to tutor him on a math problem or something like that. You know, so like stuff like that in terms of learning something new. You know, so you know where I think this could potentially disrupt stuff. You see all them online courses and stuff like that where you need to where you pay and you get an online tutor to go through a particular topic with you. This could potentially learn anything with stuff like this. You know, say you will learn probably not language, but learn particular stuff if it's programming, if it's accounting or whatever, you know, instead of paying $10, $15, $20 to go and do a particular course, you have a ChatGPT AI subscription or whatever. And if that could just go, say I wanted to tutor man this particular topic, you know, I'll give it a breakdown of what topics you want to learn and whatever. You know, you more or less prompted to be your tutor for different topics or different areas.
I see.
You know, I don't realize this kind of
yeah.
to get into
yes.
your area.
Yeah.
I don't realize that. I didn't mean to.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're redefining. Well, the title I have here is redefining the future.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's true. It's going to redefine the future. And what the future going to look like? It's very unclear because I saw somebody recently was posting something about, if AI continues at the rate that it's going right now, we're going to have to introduce universal basic income because there just won't be enough jobs for the amount of humans that we have on this earth to cover all the menial jobs, all the basic jobs that we have. So you're going to have to give these people a universal basic income in order for the economy to stay alive, because the unemployment rate will end up going up really high when businesses realize that they could make the same amount of money with less people. And I think that we getting to that point where the amount of people that a business could use to achieve the same result will drop. And because of capitalism, the businesses may not. Now, some businesses will be smart and say, okay, let's use these people to do something different, train them on something else that AI can do, and start to make their business be able to handle those sort of things. But most of the capitalistic businesses, they are going to say, more money, less people, we'll take it. And that's why society kind of is the way it is right now, because of capitalism. Everybody just trying to take advantage of the other person and make the product that will cause people to spend money, and because they want to drive profits. and they don't care about the health requirements, they don't care about the environment, they don't care about anything. And just now, they're not going to care about HR. They're not going to care about humans and the general concept of humans need to work now. And they will be like, well, let them not get a
not
job.
just work, but I mean, you need to work, but also like have a purpose. Cause if you go down the route, all right, AI take over, then universal basic income, right? At that point, a lot of people wouldn't have no purpose, cause like working and having something to work towards. Some people, that is the purpose. Like if you just get up every day and you have nothing to do, you just collect money. For some, like for me, I can't do that. That will be like, I need something to, occupy your mind. Like, working on this today. It don't have no I'm working on this today, because it'll be like, what are you working for?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it could potentially reach there at some point. I don't think we're there yet with AI, but if we get in close to there, I could see it not sitting well with a lot of people. It are some people that would go for the whole universal income thing, but a lot of people would fight back, quote unquote, to keep some type of humanity and purpose. And it's a kind of philosophical thing too,
It's very philosophical, because ChatGPT take over the world at November 2022, right? We are in mid.
Don't say that. Don't say take over.
When I say
it was introduced,
I write my letter to the robot overlords already, letting them know that when it's time for slaves to come up, I am willing to work in the house. I'm willing to work in the house. Right? November 2022, middle of 2024, which is a year and a half later, we making videos that looking real. We having text conversations that are able to discern situations and tone and empathy and whatever it is. Well, not real empathy, but tones and whatnot. And we could have two of them talking to each other and they interact with each other. Now, granted that it's still a large language model, it's still a LLM, it's still predictive mathematics taking place in the background. But this predictive mathematics could go really, really, really far, because there is no stopping maths. Maths is maths. And once the maths working, the maths could scale. Well, usually the biggest problem with physics is that maths used to bounce up physics, because physics used to say, nope, I know your maths, but physics will stop you here, or biology will stop you here, or chemistry will stop you here. But right now, it's looking like the maths winning. And it'll just be like, there are no bounds to how we could apply these maths, because it's just ones and zeros we're dealing with. There is no physics inside of it to worry about anymore. There is no worried about a chip having a threshold of how much it could process. They're just like, we have these chips, throw petabytes at them and let them do the maths. And it's going to snowball real fast, to the point where the advisory team for OpenAI that's supposed to be looking out for the ethical side of it, two of the people resign, the highest person and then the second highest person. And they just like, OpenAI starting to focus on the bells and whistles instead of security. So we just kind of move on.
I mean, focusing on the bells and whistles is, what the shareholders and
what pays the bills. Yes. Yeah. So in a mixed capitalism with innovation, you have a little issue, because innovation used to be a purist thing where you're like, hey, we innovating because we love it. And now innovation is we innovating because we want to make the next dollar. And that's the tricky part.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was telling you earlier, like, when I start, like Friday, I start a new framework, like a new JavaScript framework, trying to build an app, right? And I was using 4.40, whatever, ChatGPT 4.0. Yeah, and it saved me a lot of time. I'm not sure how much time, but a lot of time I have an app semi-working. Well, it's working, a small app working on a new framework I never did before, more or less because, you know, I shortcut it. You said ChatGPT.
And 3 days, in 3 days, you were able to learn what you had to learn.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, yeah.
You get the general just start again. Stop. I mean, when you're now learning something, it's just getting it to work and it working. So certain parts, you know, you still have to kind of digest it. But yeah, it will save you a lot of time, and like that time of that learning curve is that could be somebody's job right there that's doing that part of it. You know, you kind of cut out. Say if you had a junior developer or an intern, you know, those type of roles, I think, are the roles that might get impacted right now.
Right,
you know,
right.
Like the more high level stuff that need a more
I understand.
on things.
Like experience. You need to have experience.
Those types of roles probably not so much, but you know, like a junior role or intern role, those roles will get impacted because like those you see like those roles, you know, you will start with the smaller stuff, and you know they would come to you for mentorship or whatever. So that's where as well might suffer. Somebody, say a junior developer, would come into a place like that. That place might no longer need that type of person, and the junior developer now wouldn't get the mentorship from the senior developer, because the senior developer could just do all of that for themselves.
You know? Yeah.
So I don't know. You'll see how things play off.
Yeah. We'll see how it play off. I mean, I don't think we're any close to the takeover. I just had to highlight that the speed that we went from November 2022 to now, I didn't think that they'd have figured the video thing so fast. Me personally, I didn't think the video, because Google had the video thing also. I can't remember the name of the Google one, but the Google video one could do a minute of video, and basically any prompt that you give it will. Well, you had to prompt it properly, but of course it could do it. I took the video that took a while. So what do I think that will take a while? That I have to start to rethink. Now that ain't gonna take 10 years. Now they could do that in 5.
Awesome.
I don't know, like accountant.
I think they could do that. You could do that now. Like
I talking about proper filing taxes properly. Like you submit all of your information, and it's not algorithmically based. It is able to classify, and you know you could use TurboTax and all them kind of thing, right? But TurboTax is basically a bunch of experienced people who have given all of their knowledge to these programmers, and the programmers program it deterministically, right? But if the US government say, okay, cool, filing taxes has become so much easier because we have AI, just send all your documents and you don't have to hire an accountant anymore. The AI is going to analyze all of the documents and know everything that is supposed to be where, whatnot, and file your taxes.
I wouldn't trust the government for that.
Well, okay. You may not trust the government, but TurboTax will now say all the accountants that we hire, we don't need all that anymore. We have an AI that could sort, filter, choose, classify everything, and in 5 minutes, all your taxes could be done, and all you have to do is click submit.
Yeah.
Because taxes is a difficult thing, especially in the US. Taxes is a difficult thing, and
for those people that actually pay it.
Yeah, well, for the people who run from the IRS, But yeah, like doing taxes, I think that's a difficult task. Now, there are other things that are difficult, but that's kind of like low-hanging fruit in terms of when you reach a certain plane of difficulty, taxes is like the starting point there. Like financial transactions and analysis of finances, difficult.
I don't think we're far away from that. I don't think
to do it properly?
Yeah, a couple of years. Probably.
All right, a couple of years. Next month they tell you that, right? and then once you reach into that plane, you reach into the point of betting and fights and sports analysis and all those different things. They'll tell you who going on win the championship.
No, I think sports
Good.
still too unpredictable. You can't
Right.
predict sports like that.
So,
Even the stock market, it have
Right.
people that's promised.
So you're telling me that,
whatever,
right?
but
So how much years they saying it off? Predicting
I don't
sports and
think
stock
you
market.
could predict sport. I mean, it's still some sports still, the strop
Yeah, but I
and every now
I
and
don't
again.
think that you could create a video creation model so fast when all you had was text before. But now you're dealing with pixels, dog. Pixels.
Yeah.
And they're able to do that with a high level of accuracy. I'm not putting anything behind it because the maths and sports are
Put it
real
this
maths.
way, if something like that actually gets developed, they're not going to release that to the public. Too much people, them betting companies going on lobby so hard for that to be locked down. Too much people will be making money. They ain't going to do that. They ain't going to allow that to be released.
We'll have a regulation issue. All right, I agree with you.
No regulation is just, you'll make the betting companies go bankrupt. They're not going to allow that.
Yeah, it will redefine plenty things. I'm here for the ride because I am all about trying to make AI do things better for humanity. However,
the ChatGPT one I was looking at, I don't know, it's just me, but I find it was too chatty. Like it was talking too much. It's like
that's America.
You need to get to the point. I was thinking like maybe you could have different personas. It's like somebody who need all the chattiness, or like me, I just want to get to the point.
I wouldn't doubt that they could have it. Yeah, but as America, if you're showing it, you have to show the true American version now.
And it had one that was like real flirty. It's like, what are you really trying to do?
Yeah, that's a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, the gaming episode.
Yeah. We ain't gonna go too far there. All right.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, we talking for an hour and 20 minutes, boy. Like, I didn't realize that it was so intense. All right, we ain't gonna do no random story today, but that AI stuff, it ain't getting cliche anymore. It getting to the point where we have to pay attention to the speed and how society handles that speed, because society not too good at handling speed.
Yeah, and I mean,
like things
if
gradual.
by now, for some reason, you live on a rock and you haven't tried any of the AI tools, at least ChatGPT or Gemini, Perplexity, go and try it.
Yeah.
Go and ask it to do whatever.
Nobody that listening to us never tried that.
Nah, you never know. Try it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So recap of today's show. We went through whose fault is credit card fraud. We went to kind of take a little deep dive into credit card fraud and where we at in Trinidad and Tobago with respect to that. Did you fall for the TT Post scam? We tried to figure out why people may have fallen for the TT Post scam, and it may have been slightly legitimate. It may have been. And then we looked at Google and OpenAI with their new AI offerings, and it seems to be redefining the future, and we're here for it. We're just watching it very closely. Yeah, we're watching it very closely. All right, that's it for today. If you all have any messages to send, you can send it to me at makeITsimpleTT on the internet, any one of those socials. I'm an Instagram guy right now, and if you want to message my co-host, you can send it to
Redbit _tech on most places, but
Twitter.
Yeah.
Is Redbit _tech on Twitter? Anybody ever message you on Twitter from Trinidad?
No. Twitter not really big on Trinidad. From my experience,
Yeah, Trini Twitter is trash. Yeah. It rough out, yeah. All right, so we'll see you all next week. Thank you very much for listening, and don't forget to share it with a friend who is techie also in Trinidad and Tobago. They just might realize that I want to listen to this thing again. Subscribe, yeah. All right, so we're going there. Later.